Again.
Episode 61 of the Ghouls.
Episode 61 of the Ghouls. We've got a great episode coming up. We tried to record another episode, but I crashed out too hard and went on a 40-fucking-minute rant, and none of it was usable.
Only 20.
Yeah, but I did like 30 before we started.
We did an entire unmiked podcast before this.
Luke, I'm doing an hour after. I am so fired up. I am so angry. But I'm very happy about, this is what we're going to brag about. Last week, we were at the Joe G Pride Mic, which was a huge success, very packed. We did another sketch. I was Jesus and he killed me. But better than that, we've got
Sick Ghouls hats, folks. Sick Ghouls hats made by the great Mrs. C, wife of Bob C.
We love to see.
Biggest fans of the show. They gave us the Liquid Death, and now we got the Sick Ghouls hats. Thank you, Mrs. C.
We got to get Bob in here. Get Bob in. Bob, come on anytime. And Mrs., please,
and
come.
Please. It'll be a great time. We have all the Liquid Death we want, folks.
I might give you a little bit of bourbon, Bob. So you can get some pussy. That's his favorite word, pussy.
Yeah. Hey, gang.
Yeah. He offends women when he says that. He does. He pisses them all. Yeah, he gets them going. But it's like, listen, if you can't take a raw man using raw language in front of raw adults, then maybe you don't have the temperament to watch
Oh, did you hear that the
comedy?
That one King of the Hill a voice actor died.
Yeah, John Redcorn. He was shot.
Got shot.
And it was. I love that people. He's a Native American guy, right? Like
yeah.
The character, but they voiced him. And I saw an article that said shooting not a hate crime. It's like that shows you in the American public consciousness, people just think Native Americans are sitting around waiting to get shot by an angry white. It's like, why would you think it's a hate? You know what I mean? That makes him a Native American more than it makes him a man.
I guess Dale found out he was finally fucking Nancy, not curing her headaches.
Yeah, I want to see the King of the Hill, the four of them standing there, but it's Mike Mack, Dan Chikala. They're all gay. They're just standing there.
Hacks of the Hill.
I know, yeah. Well, we got to watch what we say about Mac and Dunbar because they might listen to this and get hurt. You know how sensitive they are.
I know that.
Remember, we're watching the show. Why didn't you pick me to move on? You're my friends. I couldn't pick you on this show.
Yeah. Well, I didn't pick you.
You didn't pick Keller right to his face.
To his face. I guess you got Jay Oder, buddy. You're not moving.
And Mittens.
And Mittens, folks. But no, my brackets are already busted because I picked Mac to not go through, and he went through. He proved me wrong.
He did. My pick. Who was your pick to win it all, Stant?
Rob Stant.
Mine was Matthew Liam. So neither of them have gone yet, but I think those are both strong picks.
Those are good picks.
Pops Leonard might win.
Dear God, I hope not. Fucking lose a train of thought. Yes, but yeah, I picked my bracket because I went through. I went through it funniest.
Of course, give it up for Luke. He had a great night. I've been to 3 nights. He had the best set of anyone so far. But I'm biased, like me saying that. I can't. And then our friend Raph, we had someone we like go through every night.
Yeah.
With Raph, Luke, Holly, and Mike Mack. So it's a pretty good night.
Yep.
We got Keller's on. When we're recording this, I think by the time we're going to be a week. We got
yes.
the
full episode is going to come out this Saturday. We're recording this.
Yeah,
should I have said that?
But it's been a fun time. It's rare. I don't think we've had a year where 4 people that we've wanted to move on, that have deserved to move on, have gone on in the whole year.
Yeah.
And we get it on the first 4 nights.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty
it's
good.
we love when the group is thriving. Congratulations to all of them. And despite me not being I haven't signed up, but I don't want to come off as the guy just shitting on it for shitting on its sake. I shit on the Jews, but I do use, like, if you're in it, use it. Go up and fucking win, and go up and make your, you know what I mean? Get some clout, get some credit out of it, because people just suck off so many losers in this scene that if you can go up there and you're funny and you win, it's like, you know what I mean? It's good.
No, yeah. I mean, obviously, I think
fucking Raph. God damn it, I love Raph.
Love Raph. Riff Raph. Love Raph. I think if you signed up, you would have went through. You should.
Oh well, yeah. I don't care about that though.
Okay.
That's.
I do. The stress of it.
I never would get that stress. It's just I don't like the stress of having to go to everybody's who's gone. I feel it's one of the lamest. You know how I get about things like this, where if somebody comes to mind, I have to go. And 2 or 3 years ago, whenever the last time I was in it, I went to, I think, 18 first round things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even, no, not 18, because there probably only were 18. I went to at least 13, 14, and then I think the final count was 18 of going to second rounds. Because last time I did it, there were still 4.
Really?
Yeah, right? There used to be 4 rounds. The first 2 were audience, then semis, and finals. Now there's only 3. But I went through one summer, and I counted all the parking. I'd spent like $400 parking just for Philly's Funniest.
It's brutal. It's fucking brutal. But the thing is like this year especially, for somehow We got a lot of staggered nights.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Steve and Charlie are back to back on the same night, and it's
Yeah.
Campbell, Joe G, and Dumbo on one.
And Whitehead.
Yeah,
and Shawno.
And Sean. They're all on the same night.
Yeah, 5
That's
of them.
awesome.
See, that's why I'm happy I don't vote. Like, you know what I mean? Even when I'm there, I gave my ballot to Tay on Monday, so he voted.
There we
go. So I did because he got there too late.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's all jaded now. But I. Yeah. And I voted. I voted twice this year. I voted the other night when Sarah Craig was on.
Oh, okay.
And I wrote this thing, not funny, no jokes, and I put him 4th. You don't have to censor that fucking hack.
I didn't say it, so I won't censor it. But I didn't say that.
All right, censor it then. I feel bad for you, so you have to hear it. I'm talking about.
I'll leave it in. You want me
No,
to leave it in?
get rid of it. I feel bad now. That's just for the video people. I'm talking about. Yeah, you could move to. No shit, I could move through. I'm a walking god. But I.
A golden god.
I know, but I don't shit on it as a an edgelord. I just it's the stress of everything.
1 year.
Oh yeah, I do good all the time.
Great set.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not. I don't. I don't want it to come off as the just blandly the shitting on it. But I feel like this gives not being it gives me more objectivity to shit on it, where I'm not doing it for personal reasons.
You know what I find crazy as hell? I'm surprised Punchline doesn't have a competition thing.
So am I.
That surprises me.
I probably wouldn't do that one either.
I probably would do that one too. Punchline is probably easier places to find free parking at.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I do like the value in the contest is being there with all your friends and getting to see somebody who doesn't necessarily get a lot of clout. Like Mac is burdened by being a good father who will say, no, I'm not going to wait to go up at 1 a.m. at a mic. I'm going to take my kids to practice.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He'll do things like have a family dinner.
Yeah.
He'll do things like sit there and play catch in the yard, like a loser. Like, if you must not want it enough, you must not be good. You must not. So to see him go up there and fucking destroy in front of a big room made me really happy. So there's value in that.
Yes.
But seeing people who have a great set in a big packed room and then beat themselves up because they didn't win the popularity contest aspect of it, and I do get that being a draw and winning people over is important in comedy, but it's just like I don't have enough of my sense of self-worth put up into it to want to be like, I don't like to be around situations that make people feel like that either. And the nights when I'm on, every night I've done it. I think I've done it twice, 2 or 3 years.
I was a basket case on my night.
Oh my God, you couldn't talk to you beforehand.
No, I don't know why I was like that.
It preys on you. But it's not. I mean, I guess I don't. That's the things that get me angry. I scratch the couch. The things that get me angry in comedy are when I see people like grifting and they get like, you know what I mean? Like it's the stuff because I can look at it from the perspective of I don't care who gets famous. I don't care who goes like, you know what I mean? I'd rather be with the tards than be with than these tards. But it's like whenever I see something that's so out of whack that I'm like this, it sounds like someone's dying outside. What the hell's going on here? Probably our pig landlady out there. Horrible woman. Horrible. Nasty. Go back to the tree dome, Miss Cheeks. Her name's Sandy.
We call her Sandy Cheeks.
She's horrible. One of the worst landlords I've ever had. She makes me sick. Living in this place. Outside of having my best friend here, this place is one of the worst, maybe the worst place I've ever lived.
Yeah,
I hate it.
I'm gonna apologize to you because I just realized yesterday that you don't have an air conditioner in your room.
You just realized?
I just realized that. Which I feel really bad about now.
Yeah, you're gonna get mad at me. The reason I haven't thrown away my mattress because I've sweat so many nights in it that it's. I'm
so sorry.
No, you're gonna be mad at me bringing it up. I felt like.
I feel so bad.
That's why I sleep on the couch a lot of nights because when it's too hot or too cold, I just get
I'm so sorry. I should have picked this place.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Can you remove that one and put it in your? I guess not.
No, not with a month left here either. Yeah, this is the worst place I've ever lived. I hate it. You know what I mean. Outside.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
It is a bad place.
It's a terrible place. Yeah. Terrible. But that's what you could do. You're in our 20s, But yeah, it's what gets me going about the comedy bullshit is when it's just when you can see something is so out of whack. Like funniest will make you get offended on behalf of someone that you don't even like.
Yeah.
Or people that you're like, even when it's a friend, when it's someone you do like, but you're not super close, and they know, like, to the point that it's like, I'm not gonna go up and tell some random guy I talk to once a month that he got robbed if he didn't get robbed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like who did we have on? Who I was the other night? Romo killed, and I like Romo's one though. That if I tell him I think he's funny, he's gonna think I'm bullshitting, which I respect that. I like that. That's my
Pat Romo's great.
I like that I've set that as my my default one of mischief. But he destroyed the other night, and I thought he deserved to move on, and he didn't. And I thought Mario killed on Mac's night. I thought he was definitely one of the three. I thought Mac did the best, but I thought Mario deserved it.
Susan had a good set on my night. And
Susan crushed.
Yeah,
she didn't move on, and I think she might have ran.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to speak on it, but I was timing it, and I'm thinking, oh man, it's because I saw the light on at the end. No one was rooting more for Susan than she was. She went up there and was just like a tour de force. It was great. She was very proud of herself after, and talking to her after, you could see that's the good thing about it. Somebody who's not going to get chances because they make a presumption about what a person is like based on how they see. And she went up there and just was a killer and had a set she was proud of, and she didn't move on. But like people will beat themselves up after that. But it's like she seemed to be doing well with it.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I like about it. Seeing people who don't get a chance get to do great. And what I hate about it is when people who do great beat themselves up. And she should be proud of it. I think she is.
Yeah, I was worried about mine because at the time I thought I was gonna be too long and get them solid light, but I did okay.
That happens. Yeah, the times I've done it, I haven't decided what to say till I went off. But that's every set I do.
You did that Apple Watch bit. That was really good.
Oh yeah, I like that
Did
one.
you do funniest twice or just once?
I don't even remember. I think twice. No, more than once. Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just but the seeing people. I've kind of been at 3 nights now. I've kind of had my fill.
Yeah. Well, Keller's is next week. I'm going to that, and then the next one's in like July that I have to go.
Yeah,
to.
the ones are the Steve and Charlie night and the Dunbar Joe Whitehead Campbell night.
Yeah.
And Shmee's at the end. I got to go to Shmee.
Yeah, Shmee. That's the 3, and they're all in July.
Well, that seems somewhat doable. It's just, and then the second rounds. God, I hope some of you guys overlap on the second rounds. I think you guys are all on different nights so far, though.
Me and Mac are on a different night. Me and Raph are on a different night. I don't know anybody else.
You and Holly are on a different night,
me
too.
and Holly on a different night.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping all of you guys. That'd be great if all 4 of you moved on. It was just all of our friends in the finals. I'm rooting for all you. That's the thing I really hope for with this, to show up and it's like, oh, it's all your friends are there. You know what I mean? It's like you feel like a made man.
If I get to the finals and I lose first place to fucking Brandon Dunbar, I'll kill myself.
Oh, you don't have to worry. He won't move on. Yeah, no, there's a lot of talent on his night. Who's on there? Campbell, Shauno, Joe,
Whitehead.
They're all better than Dunbar.
Doesn't take much.
Who else? Marcus LeVar. He blows Dunbar away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dunbar's probably. I mean, Dunbar could come in like 7th with. I think on that night for Dunbar, if you adjust your expectations to like a person's talent, Dunbar coming in 7th on that night, I think it'd be a really good achievement for him, given how he did last year when he bombed. I was talking. Oh God, Shauno and Regan and I were all talking last year. He's like, "Yeah, Dunbar fucking bombed, dude. Dunbar bombed," and I'm like, "When doesn't he? He blows." I love him. He's
He won't listen to this, but he'll listen to the one we predict funniest.
Yeah, I know, because he'll know we'll be talking about him.
Yeah.
That's when it's fun to talk about him, when he doesn't think we are.
Yeah.
He should be fucking buried. He should. I hope he should have to go first every year, and he should only be allowed to do tender stuff.
What else is going on in the news?
Elon and Trump broke up.
Oh yes. That's very great. I was very happy about that.
Yeah, you're not. We're off Elon. I never really liked him, even when he was before he got political. But I mean, they each used each other. But he got the bad end of it, because, like, I don't understand how you don't know your base enough to know that all the people who buy electric cars don't like Trump.
Exactly.
The people who like him are the teenagers who have no money to spend.
And the people that like Elon, like the people that buy electric cars, that like the ones that like Trump and buy electric cars are probably the most insufferable people on the fucking planet.
I don't know anybody who still likes Elon outwardly.
I don't know one person. That's all the guys that wear suits and go on Twitter and talk about fucking Dogecoin or something like that. I
hate fucking finance bros.
They're brutal. Some
of the worst people. And it's like, just because you took an economics class, you think it's like, all right, you can make it. You know what I mean? If you dedicate your life to that, go ahead. But it's just an ethically devoid of any value type of way to
I will
live.
never understand the stock market. I don't know why it goes up.
That's why they have it overly complicated. If it were easy to understand, everyone could do it.
Yeah, I know.
But there's a purposeful veil of mystery around
Yes.
it and intimidation.
Yes.
So that way, when you try to get in, it's like, well, I can't get with these people.
Yeah,
They want the image of like that Wall Street movie, so you can see it's like, no, you're gonna get like they want you to think you're gonna blow. They're gonna blow up your car if you get involved with the stock market. So that way you don't try.
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah.
I just don't care about money that much to get involved with the. I don't think there's a guy alive who cares about money less than me, and I don't say
Really?
that with pride.
That's good.
No, it isn't. It's just.
No? I care about money a lot, and I'm broke. So.
Well, I'm broke too. Well, look where it's got me.
So, Rogers, is he going to the Steelers? Is that confirmed yet?
I think he's dealing with stuff in his personal life where he's getting sued by somebody. The language
Who's
around
doing them?
he wants to sign the contract after he finishes up something that he's doing right now. And it has to be money. Like there has to be some like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's saying his answer was like, I'm dealing with stuff in my personal life and I'm waiting until that's figured out until I sign. But if it wasn't money related, he would sign the contract now.
Yeah.
But like Slash waited he got his divorce done before the Guns N' Roses reunion tour, so she couldn't get any of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like they always do that. They wait.
who
Like
is he-
Spoelstra, they waited till he got divorced before giving him a new contract for the coach of the Heat.
Is he divorced? Is he getting?
Rogers was never married, but there's got to be something. I'm thinking maybe an NDA.
NDA.
Like well, why would he not sign that? Why would he say there's something in my personal life I'm figuring out before I sign? It has to be the money. Otherwise, he would just sign and then go away so that they weren't asking questions.
Yeah. What do you think? He didn't really seem like a freak, Rogers.
Well, I'm not talking about shitting on people's heads, but there could be maybe a sex tape he's trying to pay off or something. You're gonna Rogers is a freak. Listen, there's no guy.
So?
There is no guy that I relate to in the sporting world more than Aaron Rodgers. I know exactly what that fucker is thinking because we're the same sociopath motherfucker. And
I can't imagine him being a freak though. He seems like very aloof.
well, he's a drug addict.
What does he do?
Ayahuasca.
Well, yeah, but that's a rich person's shit. That's like a.
But if he does it every day,
He doesn't do ayahuasca every day.
but he gets high every day.
What, he just does weed? I guess so. Yeah, Rogers definitely smokes weed.
Oh, you're right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Does he do? I don't think you can't do ayahuasca
No,
every
no,
day.
but he does psychedelics every day.
Now it makes sense why he's so insufferable now because of the.
Hey, no.
The best is the perk Rogers. My knee. Coming from the locker room. I had to buy.
You think he was doing a fake voice there?
He was just high off perks.
All right, good. I just don't like because that video went viral, and I hate when people they're doing like the fake voices and they go viral with the shit like that. Rogers doing like you know what I mean? Him doing that. I've always been skeptical as to how perked up he actually was for that. I think he was just having fun because like they take that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like I really think that was him trying to do a stoner thing.
Really? I don't think so. I think he was just he got injured and he took some perks and now he was back out there, coming from the locker room.
You know what it is? All the NFL stuff I get so skeptical about whether it's true. Once I found out that Brady didn't really deflate the balls.
He did. I never thought he did.
No, but it's like everyone else does. Like it doesn't at a certain point. And this actually ties back to what we were talking about earlier. At a certain point, the perception becomes reality, where if you just say something happened, if you say so-and-so even is the best or is really good.
Yeah.
Like Josh Allen is really good, but he hasn't won anything, but everybody believes it because everybody keeps saying it.
Yeah.
And
I've gotten so tired of sports, especially
Me
sports
too.
talk shows, because they're just like, it's just, you're not even trying to be shocking anymore. You're not even trying to have a good opinion. That fucking guy, Jason McIntyre, Stink Bayless, I call him. He's a fucking idiot. He was just sitting there. He goes, I think they have a thing. The Vikings, J.D. McCarthy, they have Justin Jefferson. They're going to be in the AFC Championship game this year. I was like, sure, I guess so. Just say that. So will and I'll say the Titans will be in the AFC Championship game. That's just incredible.
yeah,
What makes it? Why do you have a talk show? Why? Because you took $10 an hour when you were 25 at some fucking news show. Go fuck yourself. Like, I don't want to see you on my screen. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. People act like taking these jobs in the beginning of like a journalism career that it's like, well, listen, sometimes you've got to work for no
Cut
money
my
to be.
teeth in the industry.
But it's like, it's not a means of working for a little bit of money. It's a means of taking, like, you understand if I worked for $10 an hour, I couldn't live.
Yes.
But that's what the jobs are coming
Yes.
out. Like, I remember, like, you graduate and it's like, well, here's this job. It's nights and weekends at a news station, $14 an hour, and 100 people already applied. And it's like, but you cannot live on $14 an hour in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, find a roommate. Where? We know a bunch of people, and like, think of, like, you know what I mean? It's like we found each other and everything, but it took us going out into doing what we actually like doing to find
Yeah.
each other.
It's it's always guys that make six figures in a career like that.
Always.
Yeah,
And
it's like
well,
all it took was me, making late nights at NBC 12, making $9 an hour,
Yep.
grit my teeth, but your parents were fucking oil contractors, and
that's the thing.
make millions.
It's
of
like you
dollars.
still have to go through and do it, but when you don't have the financial burden of being up against it every month, like, you just can't live. Like when you're paying a wage that someone cannot live on,
Yeah.
like there is no amount of gritting your way through it. It's like, get a second job. I already work nights and weekends. So what am I going to do? Get a part-time job, a 9 to 5 part-time job?
Did I tell you I applied to Fox, the local Fox affiliate. I had an interview, it went good, and I was talking to like the guy was talking the way the guy it was one of the producers talking to me. He goes, do you think you can really be a big person in the news industry? And I was like, I'll be honest with you, like I've been going to class for broadcasting, like, and I do stand-up comedy. I definitely could be a big. I believe in my heart. I could definitely be the next big name at Fox. I definitely believe that. He goes, well, I like your confidence. And so I get offered the job at Albany Network, and I was like, I kind of want the Fox job more because I like the way the guy was talking. I gotta do that. So the lady calls me. He goes, okay, so we're gonna schedule. I call her. I go, hey, so MLB Network just offered me a job for I'd rather have the Fox job. What's the hourly rate? She goes, I really can't tell you right now because we're still waiting. I was like, well, I'm gonna have. If you're not gonna tell me, the MLB Network needs an answer as soon as possible. So I need to know numbers. All right, Luke, I'll tell you. It goes against what I'm supposed to do, but I'll tell you. I go okay, thank you. I appreciate it. How much? 10. I was like, 10 what? Dollars an hour. What? $10 an hour? Okay, I'll take it. I don't want the job anymore.
That's hilarious.
That $10 an hour. I couldn't believe that.
And you'd probably end up getting laid off too. They'd say we can't afford you anymore.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's shameful that these programs should all cut journalism from the colleges because it's a dying field. And I felt duped 10 years ago. I felt duped getting into one. Halfway through, you realize that it's like every story you read. Journalist, 40 years old with a family, worked here for 15 years, fired.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, and it's crazy. They fire the people with seniority too.
Yeah.
They just run out of money. They don't have it. Worthless field. Regret getting into it. Would do anything to change it. Would do anything to change it.
What would you change it to?
I wouldn't have gone to college. I would have been a welder or something.
Yeah. I would have changed to architecture.
I've always wanted to pretend I was an architect.
I really do though. I think I'm retarded in this way because I drive around and I'll see. You ever see like a Chase Bank building?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in awe of Chase Bank buildings.
Why?
And there's just they're so beautifully done. I would love to design a Chase Bank building. They're the open air concept, the blue lights. It's a phenomenal setup they have at Chase Bank.
Wow, I didn't know you were gay.
That is a very gay thing. That's very gay.
Oh, I think Chase Bank has nothing on the patriarch of my favorite family, Chase Gibson, and give it up for him.
They love the Gibsons. Folks.
That's his name, the patriarch.
Well, I think the one bank in on Ridge Pike, Tompkins Bank.
I don't know where that is. There's a Chase down there though, in Andorra.
That Chase is nice. It's past Andy's Diner. I think it's called Tompkins Credit Union. It's also a very nice bank.
Well, whenever we have Beetlejuice on, we'll have to talk about bank architecture because I'm sure he loves that.
That's a good point.
No, I don't know any. I've never looked at the banks like that. Usually what happens is once I see the Star of David in the window, I run off.
That's the thing, though. I like looking at the bank architectures. I don't know why. I always look at the building.
It's your passion.
Bank. That's my passion. I'm gonna quit calm and just look at banks all day.
You should. I would have learned. I would have learned to be like a welder. Noah Burr has it figured out. Being a plumber.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I would tell my kid to do. Unless you're going to school for like a medical thing, I would say You just go and learn a trade. It's smarter, it's cheaper, and you're working faster.
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
But the social experience is why you go to college.
Well, I was kicking myself for that for going home a lot on the weekends. I think every weekend I went home mostly. You know, that's such a regret. Such a regret.
What would you have done though? Like,
What do
did
you
you? Oh, you instead of hanging out with the roommates and everything.
I hang out with Nick and Jimmy back home, but I should have stayed at college.
Well, it's a difficult time. I went back home a lot during college too because you're off in this new life and you're abandoning, I guess, what you had before and everything.
You were in Temple though. It's kind of different. I would go home if I was at the Temple too.
Yeah, Temple was awful. I regret going there. I have a lot of regrets in life, man.
That's
how you know you're living.
That's a good point. I like that. That's how you know you're living. Regrets.
Yeah. If you don't have any regrets, you're just not taking any chances. But boy, do I, Luke, I have so many goddamn regrets in life. There are so many things I wish I could do over.
The big regrets I have is I wish I stayed more at college, and I wish I asked that girl out sooner in college. Before that,
did she go out with you or did she reject you?
oh my god, this is a painful story. She invited me for a study date one time at college, and I treated it like a study date. I didn't treat it like a date. So we didn't really talk much. I was like focused on studying.
You knew what it was. You were just nervous.
No, I didn't know what it was. I was like,
you knew
I
it.
swear to God, I didn't know what it was. I wish. But the thing with that was, I always thought like I was fatter, I was shorter, my legs looked worse. There's no way she was attracted to me. No way. I'd be surprised.
Then why do you have regret?
She was really hot. She was. Really
And it was just the
hot.
two of you.
Yeah.
At her place?
It was at the communal place in the school building.
So why didn't you have more study dates?
I don't know.
You should have at least kept that going. Or you should have said to her when you were there, like, want to catch a movie or something, or go get something to eat.
I wish you were there.
Yeah.
5
This
years
is what
ago.
would you say that's my best asset as a friend, the girl advice? That is one of my few things I'm good at.
I would say so. I just don't put any of it to practice because it's me.
That's fair.
I did text that girl though from the Don't Tell show. She never got back to me, which I was like, thank God.
I think that was in the one we didn't get the post, that episode for the lore for the
That might
Ghouls.
have been it. That might have been it.
There was one, Luke met a girl at a show who came up to her and put her number in his phone, and we were debating whether or not he should text
Instagram.
her. Oh, excuse me. But we were
Phone's way more than
Insta.
yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I would agree with that. Well, I mean, listen, if you don't think it would have happened anyway, though, then you shouldn't regret it. But I guess it's always better to try. It is. It's always better to try. Especially if you like a girl and you ask her, because you'll build up a backstory thinking about it. You'll be like, well, we've been through so much together and everything. It's better to just ask the girl out if you have a crush on her. Yeah. Letting the things fester with your friends for a long time.
I did ask her out eventually. She had a boyfriend.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Huh. You want to go home? I have a few friends. Mike, Steve, our friend is on. Luke, I think we've talked about this before. Luke might be in on this. If one of us ever gets cancer, we're going to go around and call them our enemies. Like, I have a few people written down that if, like, one of my friends gets cancer, they'll go kill him.
Big spread to cover. I would rather enemies 3 times in a row than do once for Mike, because Mike's enemies.
Mike has a lot.
And they're probably like a sweet old black lady at Weiss who like eats
our
donuts.
friend Mike is such a high strung man that if he sees like a fat guy with a hot girl, he'll want them both to die. Do you remember the message he sent to me? It's a guy who was vaguely in his life. It's like 3 people removed from him. It's like this is not the story, but it's like a guy who hates his barber's cousin is dating a really hot girl and doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
And he'll send me a picture of them and he'll be like, well, you know, what can I do? I'm only a guy in shape with a good job. I could be like this guy, short, obese, double chin, no hair.
What's not to love?
Yeah. He'll just write that shit about everybody. Yeah, he's a sick man. And what'd you say the other regret was? Not asking the girl out and going home too much.
Yeah.
So your only 2 regrets are from college?
Yeah, I would say so. I didn't go to my prom in high school, but I really didn't care.
No, neither did I. Now, that's when I was, what we were talking about, like we were talking about being detached from things and just letting the bullshit happen. I didn't care about that then. When you're an adult and you're invested in things, it gets you real, like, angry.
I didn't care about that. I didn't really care. My thing is, like, I guess my condition was like that because, like, I have too much testosterone. So, like, my testosterone level is where it should be. If I'm like 70 or 80, I have too much of it. So that's all. I guess I've been like that for a while because like guys would be like talking about like, oh, how like they're hooking up with girls and stuff like that. I'd be like, oh, okay. I just really wouldn't care. I didn't really think of it. I didn't care enough about it to even try back then. To try, for women back then. Especially now, I don't care.
Well, you just
The only
genetically.
time I cared was with that girl at college, and I blew it. I
You blew it? And
you
now
really blew it, boy.
and now
you blew it.
and now it might not be worth it because she won't be like you're going to be going through the motions when it could have been with a better person. But
Yeah.
you've got to try again. You've got to try
I
again.
know. I've hinged back. I met a girl. I didn't meet up with her, but I got her number. We were texting, and
Very
I
nice.
texted her one day, and just like, oh man, the texting is so.
It's brutal. That's why what the move is. I don't want to speak.
I know the move. You get the coffee.
Oh yeah, the coffee. Yeah, you get the coffee for. That's one of my old tricks. Is you ask a girl on the first date for coffee because then she knows you're not trying to fuck her. No one's gonna think like this guy is not gonna try to fuck me at 11 a.m. So
That's a great way to put it.
So, but that eliminates. Then the second date, you could get a dinner. That eliminates the need for the third date.
Yes.
Now, I mean, a lot of the women that like me.
That's genius.
I've been around the block with these women. All right, brother.
What do you usually get at the? Do you I'm just gonna.
And then you leave the coffee date first. That's important too. After like an hour and a half, you say, "Well, I've got to go to something," or I've told so and so I'd meet them, but it was great to see you. We should get dinner next weekend.
Wow, that's genius. I didn't even think about you.
Saves you a date. A lot of women see it as the third date thing. It's like because it's thought of as that, they feel like whore, like independent of you. This is like an actual societal thing. They feel like whores if they fuck someone before the third date because it's typically thought of as the thing. So a way to bypass. A lot of them will make you work just to see if you're interested enough. And I feel like as they get older and more desperate, that just goes out the window.
Do you pick like a Starbucks? You pick like a Dunkin' or?
Yeah, you pick a place they like. You try to go to like
one of those hip places.
Yeah, well, one of the places that's independently run, and you drop a $5 bill in the tip jar.
Wow.
Tip in card when you pay, then put a $5 in the tip jar.
Wow.
Because $5 looks more impressive than $3. A $5 bill looks more impressive than 3 ones, and it's like you're investing $2 and getting laid.
Yeah.
Let's just get, you know what I mean? Let's just pay it. And that's the thing. You don't have to look rich on the first date.
These women probably have a completely different opinion of you than most people do at the coffee. Wow, this guy put a 5 in the vegan coffee tip jar. This guy's a nice guy.
Women all they all think I'm good. They all think I've got a heart of gold. And
you're dumb.
And you want to have the Rolodex of like 2 or 3 women that you've banged a few times but have established that you're not dating.
Yeah.
You have them when you're bored, you go over, you can do an hour 45 minutes banging them at their apartment and leave. Feel nothing.
The leaving first. I didn't even think that was even in the cards.
Always leave first.
Wow.
On a date. Because it's like you don't really want to be there. You want to be there because of what could happen from it, but it's not like when you'd rather be hanging out with like if you could just get someone to come blow you after you hung out with the boys, that's why people have girlfriends.
Yeah.
But yeah, you leave first, you've got somewhere else to be.
See, the texting's horrible.
Texting is awful.
The one time she texted me, I didn't see she texted me and I didn't respond until the next day. And then she didn't respond to me. I sent her a text that morning and she didn't respond to me all day. And I'm
brutal.
Like,
oh. Any woman you meet on an app has way more options than you do on there because these guys they all have 99 plus.
Yes.
There was a girl I went out with. I was using the apps in college. This was before I even met the girl I was living with for a while. These are my early Tinder days.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like you'll just see some pig that has 99 plus Tinder likes waiting to swipe on. Like if they swipe on a lot of these women, especially young ones, if they swipe on 20 guys, they're getting 11 matches right there.
I would say that's low.
Yeah, for real. Oh, and if they're hot, they literally have everybody.
Yeah,
like if you're a hot blonde or a hot, you know what I mean, or you know what, like just a cheerleader type, you're gonna get literally every single person swiping on you. You have your choice of everyone. Do you
swipe on everybody when you get?
I haven't been on in years. I haven't been on since I was like 22.
Would you swipe on everybody?
No.
Neither would I. Of course. That's also a thing. As I had a girlfriend when I was 13, and I was at work one time I was at work a couple years later, and I was talking to this girl who was pretty attractive that I used to work with. And she asked me if I had any girlfriends for her. I go, yeah, this one girl. And she goes, why were you with her? You're much better looking. You're too good looking to go out with her. I was like, oh, really? I was like, I like that.
Well, she's a guy, so.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
I'm wearing my Gay Agenda t-shirt.
The Gay Agenda, folks.
Joe should be on that.
But he's not.
Joe would crush on that.
Yeah, he's great.
That's all. I don't think there's any. I'm surprised the women don't get more clout from the bisexuality, the fake bisexuality getting on these. The gays kind of gatekeep that.
Because every single woman who does comedy is bisexual.
Yeah, I know. You look at a poster of Halle Berry, and you're.
Oh my God! Every woman's. What was your amazing joke you had about that? That was a great joke you had.
Oh yeah, I got to say that at comedy again.
It's one of my favorite jokes of yours.
Yeah, if everybody wanted to fuck Margot Robbie were brave, then we'd be the Justice League in this room. These guys are losers. These bisexual women. It's like, we get it. Yeah, women are hot. That's why we fuck them.
Yes.
That's why we tolerate them.
Yes.
That's why they run the fucking world.
Yes.
They manipulate. That's what they do. Because everybody wants to fuck them.
Yes.
Yeah, the best thing you can do is just not be, and I think this is something I really do a good job on, as I'm not just a slave to the puss. That's one of the only things I have in life to be proud of.
Me and you aren't slaves to the puss.
No. I pick my spots, and I do very well. I'm a big game hunter. I only fuck people worth fucking at this point. And it's just, you watch some of this stuff, the way people lay down their values and decency for some puss. I mean, we see it in the comedy. Some of the people who get fucking booked on things and they have no business. It's just, you have simp showrunners who are trying to get the hand job out of it.
That's what I'm also worried about myself. When I lose the virginity, am I going to be a simp? I hope I'm not. I mean,
you'll have feelings for the person you do it with the first time, no matter who it is. Even if she's nothing. Like, it's just, you think they have a hold on you in a little way.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess the idea, this wasn't how it happened with me, but I guess the ideal situation is you do it with somebody who's also never, like, you know what I mean? The perfect situation is probably you're 16, it's you and your high school sweetheart, and you've never done it before, and you do it in the guy's car, and then he beats you.
It's perspective of the woman. Okay. I didn't catch
no, from
that.
the man. Well, I was saying gay men.
Oh.
That's, I mean, you know what I mean? Because there's always the imbalance of somebody who's done it before and somebody who hasn't. And then, but you don't want to date the person you do it with first, especially if they've done it with other people, because if you're in love with them, then the jealousy will creep in. Not that I don't know this from experience, but I've heard it from other people.
Right.
I think it's best to do it with somebody, because then when you're with, you want to have the experience from when you're with somebody you care about. The worst thing that can happen is you're with someone you care about, and you don't feel like you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
So you just get in. You got to do it with not someone who's going to embarrass you, but like, if I were you, I would just do it and don't tell anybody.
That's what I'm going to do.
Do it. Yeah.
I would tell you.
I wouldn't tell anybody though.
But I'm not telling anybody.
Yeah. Like, no one should know about it till 6 months after if you think they'll give you shit about it.
Really?
You know what I mean? Because whose business is it but yours? It's no one's.
I shouldn't have told anybody else. Didn't have said. Now I have a podcast.
But that shows a sign of you're not willing to, like, vulnerability in a good way, that you're not going to just lie for the sake of, I mean, that's why we're friends, because you're so real.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's not all it's cracked up to be, but it's certainly good. And it's fun to
well, I would always relate it when I was in therapy with the Eagles or something, even before that. I always talk about, like, the problems of women, and they'd be like, well, it's like, why? I mean, like, well, first off, it was always funny because it was a Jewish female therapist. She goes, well, why do you get nervous around women? I mean, you're talking to me. I'm a woman, and you seem comfortable around me. It goes, well, I don't want to fuck you, Dr. Steinberg. You're not like, but
Dr.
Like,
Cap. So you don't want to fuck strong Jewish women?
I don't.
Oh man.
But
what if you were on the naked bike ride together?
Maybe that was it. But I was like, it's not that I don't want to have, like, the sex is, like, it's not the thing I want. It's like the
companionship.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all anybody
wants.
wants.
The relatability. If everybody, it's like everybody wearing a red shirt, and I'm not wearing a red shirt. I want to wear a red shirt if everybody else.
Oh, you don't mean with the girl? You mean with your friends?
My friends. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a level of.
Remember when silly bands were really popular?
Oh my God! Yeah.
I want to get a Bakugan.
Yeah.
That's what sex is, a Bakugan.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as cheap in plastic, or I mean, a Bakugan's not as cheap in plastic. No, I was saying Bakugan's a lot more expensive than sex.
Yeah.
But yeah, these women are just whores, man. You get to the point beyond, like, you can't really hope to find any kind of connection in one, because there's just too. You have to keep. You could never relate to a woman the way you relate to your boys, even if you love her. Like, there's stuff you'll tell her that you won't tell the boys, and stuff you'll tell the boys that you won't tell her. But the allegiance and the sense of real bonding is always with the boys.
Yeah, when Nick was going out on dates before he met his girlfriend, I was asking him like, so like I'm so like new to this stuff, or so like I don't know anything about this. I'm ignorant to this stuff. Do you really enjoy going out on dates more than like hanging out with your friends? He was like, no. I'd much rather hang out with my friends.
There's a honeymoon period. There's like a 6-month period. But once you guys, like, especially if it's a girl you really like and you think, wow, I can't believe I'm with this girl. But once it settles in that, like, you're both committed to each other, it becomes a nag. Really, relationships, I guess, should just have an 18-month trajectory. Like, similar to the female comics. So I think I described it like that. You come in and do all the bar shows and then you're out. But really, I mean, I guess an 18-month relationship is probably the best one. You can have the honeymoon period, and then if you can keep the 6 to 12 months period good, then you can have the few months of teetering before the breakup. But some of these people, they end up staying with people for years that they don't love.
When I got in a relationship when I was 13, as soon as I mean, it was official, like we were girlfriend boyfriend. I thought, oh fuck, I want to get out of this as soon as that happened. I was like, wow, I don't want to be in this at all.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was talking to a girl a couple days ago. There's a behind the scenes here. The girl I've banged her a few times, but she's nothing special. And it's like,
do you want me to censor that part?
No. It's no one we know, but it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like I have sex with you like once every 6 weeks or so, and then I don't talk to you again. And it's, I mean, like, it's, you know what I mean? She has a boyfriend. It's like, it's the type of thing where it's like, who cares? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, who cares? It's just I'm coming over and I'm going to see you, and then that's it.
What was the name of that girl that was at Jackson Inn? I forget her name. You reminded me of her when you said cheating on her boyfriend. She was going to Jackson Inn. Name started with a J. Joanne?
Who, the fat chick?
No, the one that was hot.
I don't remember a hot chick there.
Wellborn, you asked if Janine is there or something like that.
I really don't know.
I forgot.
What, she worked there?
No, she went there one time and she said she was really hot. Fuck, I forgot her name.
Oh, dude. Hell yeah, I did.
You don't remember that?
I don't remember anything.
Damn.
Wellborn,
if you watch this part, please comment if you remember her name.
But what I'm saying is, you're going out, you just like I'm banging these women, but it's like you don't want to think that because there is somebody out there for you to connect with. But it's I say that mostly in an overly joking, dismissive way. It's oh my God, these relationships are just shams.
I'm excited though to go to weddings.
I'm not.
Really?
I don't like weddings.
You don't like weddings?
No. I've been to a few, but whose wedding? Who do you think? I mean, we're not at Tay's, but who do you think will be the first wedding we go to?
I'm going to Nick's.
Oh yeah, can I be your +1?
If I get a +1, yeah.
Everybody gets a +1.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you think you'll have a date. On wedding invites, they say solo or +1, and if you're solo, they sit you at the singles table.
Oh really? Oh, then I guess I gotta get a +1, unless Jimmy's just.
I imagine Jimmy will be in the party.
Oh, it's yeah.
You might be in the party.
Oh, I'm gonna be a best man.
You're gonna be the best man?
I'm gonna be a groomsman. Jimmy's gonna be the best man. I'm assuming I'm gonna be a
then you
groomsman.
Then you'll have your own yeah, you'll be taken care of.
My buddy Jason's wedding, I'm not gonna be a groomsman for, but wedding.
Well, I look at the people in my life who, seeing them get married. Rick, Mike,
Dunbar
will get married.
Oh, yeah, he would definitely get married.
He'll get married, and when he gets married, he's gonna pop out kids real quick.
He might have 8 kids. Dunbar, he might have 8 kids.
Yeah, he's one that when it happens, it'll happen fast with him. Dunbar's a lover too.
Oh,
he and I were hopeless romantics. We are.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Dunbar, great guy. Not a good comic, but he's a great guy.
No, a terrible comic, but as good a guy as he is a bad comic. Yeah, he's a hack. He's bad.
I hope I get married one day.
I'll definitely get married probably 2 or 3 times.
Really? You won't be old enough to live. You won't live that.
No, I won't. I'm shot. Well, I mean, I almost did, and I
never knew you got engaged though. I always thought you were just in relation. I didn't know you got engaged.
Well, we were really young. It was a bad decision.
Well, I mean, it paid off in the end. Didn't happen. Is that good?
I mean, yeah. Look at how well my life's going now.
Better than now though than in America.
You're right. Then I would be the same people I was criticizing because there's uncertainty that comes from breaking up with someone that's comfortable. I knew we needed to not be together for at least a year, and I stayed with it in this state of limbo because I didn't want to get out of it. Because you think, well, it's going to destroy her. Who knows what'll happen to her? And more than that, who knows what'll happen to me from the financial perspective, from the perspective of like my sense of the world, my routine. and because we'd been together for years and years. But it's like at a certain point, you think, am I going to just accept this? Is like, am I going to try to? What's worse is the mental gymnastics of trying to convince yourself that you're okay with it. A loveless relationship is just not something to be proud of.
I think the reason I'm not in a relationship now is because I'm too close. I have a bunch of friends. I'm out most nights doing comedy. I don't have that sense of companionship. I have you. You're pretty much my husband. I guess we're both a gay. I now pronounce you Luke and Otis. We're gay. I have you, and then like my family's already like down the street, so I don't yearn for companionship. I already have companionship. I'm happy with the companionship I have.
Yeah, I mean, you can have. Well, part of it is you never have better conversation with the woman than after you're done desecrating her body. Well, it's true. The pillow talk. It's nice sometimes. You can find out what goes on, but the stuff about that is it doesn't always. Sometimes it does last. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I bitch about the people who just get stuck in these fucking relationships that are shams. Though there's one guy I know that just it irks me so much because this is a guy in his fucking prime. But I know a lot of guys who are getting married that are going to be happy. But I know a few guys that are just like they're already married or they're getting married and it's just like, oh man, I don't care about it from the woman perspective. Do what you want. When you're a woman, it's like it's just whatever. But some of these guys I know that aren't even in comedy too or anything. It's just like you're settling into a life that you fucking hate.
I can just look at my family and see that too. I don't look at the people in comedy, people in my I see people in my family that's like that. My family.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. There's
my dad's side of the family. Those people. Some of those are like you guys are fucking gross and horrible people. How come you're together? And they'll have 7 kids, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
They crank them out like it's their fucking job, man. It's a sad thing to see.
They can't even afford one person. They can't even afford to live with just by themselves.
That's awful.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's just ridiculous nowadays. The people, they just have sex, they bump uglies, they have kids. They don't think about the repercussions of how the ripple effect happens when they have these. When you're poor and stupid, you should not have people that are more poor and stupid. What was the phrase? Bluebirds fly with bluebirds? You're damn right they do. That's a reference to like mixed race couples, but I mean, you get my point. It makes no sense. These people don't have any teeth. I'm talking about. They have no teeth, and they have 5 kids. They have more kids than teeth. It's disgusting. Are you drinking the bourbon? Yeah. Can I try some? Yeah, there's only a little left. Yeah, I don't want that much.
Here, you can have all. You want some in a glass?
No, that's good. I'm gonna try it. My boss is a big bourbon guy.
With soda, it goes down easy.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Soda makes it tolerable.
I think whiskey's the worst. The worst liquor. I'd rather.
Yes.
No, gin's the worst, but whiskey's a distant number 2.
I'll tell you what. There was a time where when I was first started drinking, and I turned 21, where you're only drinking like the cheap liquor, and you think, how could people like the taste of beer? Then you grow a taste for it. Then after a while with beer, you just switch to whiskey because it's quicker. I just don't want to sit and drink 10 beers. Sometimes I'm pissing.
Yeah.
Like the same liquid you could get. I put mine in pretty good, and it's
beers. I like beer. Beer's my favorite alcohol.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Tequila I like more than most liquors.
Tequila's great. Joe's a big tequila guy.
Vodka,
We're drinking that.
My dad likes vodka. I like vodka too.
Luke, they're like my children. I like them all. Where would I be without them?
Do you like gin?
I'll drink gin.
Gin's gross, man. Gin's gross.
Gin and tonic, it's disgusting, but you get it at a bar, you suck it down.
Joe gets those espresso martinis. I like.
Yeah, they'll make you fucking shit your ass out.
Do they really?
Yeah, but I guess he's immune.
Well, he has the gays. They have those loose buttholes, folks.
Yeah, that's. You remember when Shrek burps and he goes better out than in? I always say that's Joe when he prolapses.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, it's you just become too jaded to really give a shit about anything in life. That's the trajectory, I guess. That's the burden of being intelligent. You just get too jaded to care about anything.
I guess I don't want to say I'm not intelligent to know.
You're a smart guy.
I was trying to put myself down for the show.
Oh, well, In comedy, that's what you have to do to make it as a mixed guy.
Oh, I was taking a Q-tip and I saw the kaleidoscope you have on there. I started laughing. I can imagine you high on Delta 9 going like, woo, woo, woo.
You should have been out here at about 3 a.m. last night.
What were you doing at 3 a.m.? I didn't even hear you.
No, I was joking.
Oh,
I hear
okay.
it coming. I do look through that kaleidoscope all the time. It's fun. It's I actually hold on. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you can.
Oh my god. That was me with Griffey today. I filmed a Beetlejuice sketch
Beetlejuice
today.
sketch.
We did one where I was sitting in a chair in his boiler room, and he was following a trail of pennies up to me, and I said, "Works every time." like I'm trying to get him to come to find me. But I also did. He loves me when I scream. I said, "I'm coming, Beetlejuice." We have the doll from last night.
The doll?
Yeah, I was sitting with her on my lap doing like this, and I say, "You look just like my 7th wife, honey. I'm going to beat you to death just like her." And it's unhinged. I can't wait for it to come out.
I saw Beetlejuice like yesterday. He was at 13.
This is our friend who makes videos. He's gained a pretty big following too. Beetlejuice, but Beetlejew, and I play the leader of Hamas.
He was doing the thing. He was like, I guess he was talking to somebody about like his next video, and he goes, "Yeah, you come over." He'd be like, "I'm God. Oh, look, I'm Beetlejuice." That'd be really funny if he did that. Seeing the behind the scenes is very funny.
We were talking. We have some plans. We have a Kanye that we're gonna have. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, we're gonna have. We got some stuff in the works.
Should be a fun time.
Yeah, it'll be great. So you have the best of the Burbs tonight. Who else is on?
No, I can't find a flyer for it anyway.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's all right. What are we at time wise then?
We're at 57 minutes.
Good. I want to do more.
Okay.
Are you in a rush?
No.
All right. Yeah. I was thinking about this today with these NBA finals because we usually updo a sports segment every week. These Thunder and the Pacers. I can't think of two worse teams to be in the finals. The Pacers have history, but they're not good at carrying a finals. The Thunder have some of the worst uniforms. They have no history, obviously, because they were the Sonics. I am not excited for this finals, and it's not even close on court either.
Is OKC the favorites to win?
By far, yes.
Well,
Indiana has no shot.
I am hoping for. I'm rooting for the Pacers because I like Halliburton. I like Pascal Siakam on the Pacers. There's
Miles Turner, T.J. McConnell, Rick Carlisle, the coach. Smith.
I don't mind that they're both two small market teams, though.
It's better when it's the Celtics and Lakers. It really is.
No, I don't like either of those teams.
Neither do I, but that's the fun of it. You'd be like, if the Lakers were playing somebody, you'd be like, I gotta watch this. Hope these Lakers don't win.
I don't want to see them in it at all. I like it when I see them lose before the final. That's great.
That's fun. It is.
I did not want to see. I did not want to see the Knicks in the finals. I did not want to see them.
No.
Oh, you didn't want to see them either.
No, but it would have been better than this.
No.
The Thunder beating the Knicks in the final. The Garden atmosphere would have been crazy. I wouldn't have been there, but it would.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I just root for what the best story is now in that. That shows you how my fandom of sports is dissipated to the point that I root for the best story.
Out of all the teams in the finals, who do you want to see in the finals? Celtics and Lakers.
I mean, that would have been crazy if it worked out like that. That would have been awesome. The LeBron, Luka Lakers.
LeBron would have been, that would have been cool. Yeah.
And the Celts.
So how come the Lakers suck so bad?
No interior defense.
Oh, okay.
They have a 3. LeBron wouldn't take. He took a little bit less money, but Brady was taking less money in his prime.
Yeah.
And now Bron is 41. He's making 50 plus. If he would just take 25, that would open up. That would add another big impact player, probably 2 medium impact players, because if people saw LeBron taking less money, it would influence the whole team.
Yeah, I wish I watched basketball a lot sooner than I don't watch it at all, but I wish I watched it.
Well, the regular season's a sham because it's never everybody playing.
Was it like that 15 years ago, though?
No.
I wish I watched it 15 years ago. I was watching Chris Bosh highlights. I was like, oh, he was pretty good.
What really made the league gay was LeBron going to Miami. That was a big turning point in the league, and it made it a different league.
Yeah.
They called it the player empowerment thing. It's where the players have more thing than the teams. That's when it shifted.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been the same since. It's still really good. But basketball's always been the players' league because they don't wear headgear. They're the players where it's like, you know what I mean? Like LeBron is legitimately bigger than most of the teams. Like unless you're the Celtics, the Knicks, the Lakers. Like,
Well, it's hard to like have when you think of Mahomes, you think of the Chiefs, and you said it because of the headgear. It's like how much I phrase this? Like when you see LeBron, you see LeBron. You don't see the Lakers.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these guys like being on different teams because that allows them to make themselves the brand. Then
If you had to pick right now, if you get drafted to an NBA team to play the rest of your life, who would you pick?
the Lakers,
Really?
love it. You're on the fucking Lakers. You're in the this goes back to the comedy thing too, where it's like I see people groveling for Philadelphia, and it's like if you really love it, go to New York then, because at least you're groveling in the major leagues.
Yeah, true. That's true. I would pick the Miami Heat, or I'd pick
I mean, the Heat would be great too.
Heat.
But the Heat, Pat Riley does like body fat checks where the players have to measure their wrists and everything.
Oh Christ, that's too much.
Players hate that.
Orlando Magic, that right after Miami Heat, then.
The Magic, the guys hate playing there.
Really?
Orlando, apparently, there's nothing to do.
Orlando is I don't know why I feel that because I've been to Orlando. Orlando's a fucking horrible town. Orlando sucks.
Why? I've never been.
It's just like there's Disney World, and that's it. Everything else besides that's just like a husk of it's like a.
Is there nightlife?
No. But I mean,
You know, I need nightlife.
there's not really much nightlife. I mean, I think Orlando is probably the least wanted town in Miami. Miami's number one. There's another, not Orlando. There's another one. Miami, Jacksonville's probably better than Orlando.
Jacksonville is white trash though, and Tony Khan's there.
Yeah, maybe, but I feel like it's probably people.
We're in Florida.
Yeah, there's another big town in Florida. I'm not remembering for some reason.
Tampa.
Tampa's way better than.
Tampa's
Miami.
awesome. Yeah, Tampa's cool. I went there for the Mania.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't go into this strip club that was shaped like I've definitely said this before, but a strip club shaped like a UFO. It was with the girlfriend. I couldn't go in. See, that's what women take from you in this world. Your independence, your ability to go into a strip club and say, "Take me to your leader.
Right.
Take me to your N-word." Yeah, we have a lot of regrets. I'll tell you that. All right, we can end on that.
All right. Take care. Thank you for watching. We will have Nat Murray and Will Craig on the next episode.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get them. Well, we'll get them in for sure.
Take care. Thank you.